What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 20 Skills in 2020. I've got something special in store for you today. Let's just jump right into it. So welcome back. First things first, we're gonna do a little bit of an unboxing, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a studio tour, and then finally we're gonna get back into the recap of this week and the skills and how we're doing so far, and I might even throw a little special surprise at the end, so you're not gonna wanna miss it. But I just heard the doorbell ring, so let's go check out this package I just got. Oh, you can definitely say I'm a little bit excited about this package. Let's get right into it, man. I'm excited. Welcome. So this is the first unboxing I've done. So I'm pretty excited about what I got. I've got more things coming in throughout the week, but I'm pretty excited about this because it's gonna open up my my video game a little bit more, I think, and just photography in general. We're gonna get into some unboxing here in a second. I only have scissors, unfortunately, because I can't find my box cutter, but that's all right. We're just gonna dive right into this and we'll talk about it as we go. So this is the first item that I got today. So none of this is sponsored, by the way. I wish, but I just bought these things because I want to up my video game. So this right here is just a battery, but it's like a really good one, and it's going to allow me to do things with the next item on the road versus having to be next to an AC plug. So let's get this bad boy opened. Yeah. So man, this thing is tiny. Anyone that works with me knows what this is because we have bigger versions of it at work. So it looks like it came with the charging cord. Go ahead and I'll show that right here. Came with this charging cord, came with a bag, and then this is the beast itself. So we'll go ahead and put that up here. All right, now we're just gonna toss this aside and dive into the thing that I'm really excited about. Let's get into it. I'm assuming this looks like it's just directions. Don't really care too much about that. All right, get this out of here, get this out of here. All right. So we've got three main pieces here, and we'll set this battery right here for now. We've got three main pieces. So I'm gonna start with the smaller pieces and build up for dramatic effect. So this one is just one of those standard tripods you get with like anything photography wise. I mean, if you buy a camera bundle online and it's like this really insane deal where you get like 30 items, you get one of these dinky little tripods. This one is made by the company that did it, but yeah, I mean, this one doesn't even have a removable plate, but that's okay because it's only going to be used for the purpose of the next box that we're about to open. So it has three adjustable layers. I'm down for that. It seems like this one's not like like it feels better build than like the cheap ones you get with those package deals, because they just give you like a really cheap plastic one. This, don't get me wrong, this is still like plastic, but it's like, it's sturdy, it's solid. I like it. Ooh, just a little bit of a hint. So here we are. A little bit of a phone holder. So I'm really excited about this. A lot of people have them, and a lot of people use them for different purposes. For the purpose I'm doing, I'm gonna have multiple different purposes, to be honest. So let's go ahead and just pull this bad boy out. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Get rid of that box. All right, and the big reveal. It's a ring light. Let's go ahead and plug her in real quick to this power bank, of which I bought. And let's just see if we're able to get any light off of this half-charged battery. See what happens. Whoa! So that's real bright. Let me see if I can adjust my camera. So I like this a lot. Right now it's not on a tripod. I put it in between my camera, so if I pull it out, you'll start to see it. And that's the beauty of this light. To be honest, man, just the use of it is just so cool, like that I could put this my camera right in between it. I think with a hot shoe, I probably could mount my camera since it's a little bit lighter, which is pretty awesome. There's different shades, so this one's a little bit cooler, this one's a little bit warmer. I'd probably stick with the original, and the color's probably off a little bit just because it's a different color temperature than I think these two lights that I already have set up. But all in all, I'm down for it. I like it. What's up guys, so now we're gonna get into a little bit of the studio tour slash behind the scenes, just the places I do my music or I shoot my videos or anything like that. So let's just jump right into it. So I'm gonna pull this camera off here. Right now we're in our reaction area. So this is kind of where I do my learning. So you'll see my dual monitor set up here. So when you saw me practicing the accent and the language, this was the setup I was using. All right, moving on, we have the music area. This is probably one of my favorite spots to be, right here on my drum throne. This is where I do my drum covers. If you haven't seen any of them, check them out. Some of them are live. Those are played back at the church I used to be a part of, but more recently I've been playing in this setup. I've got my guitars over here. Really happy with that setup as well. There's a story behind each of these guitars, sort of, mainly just this middle one. Anyways, we'll talk about that meme in a different video if you guys are interested. But yeah, I really love this area because this is where I get to play my music. And you saw some shots of just kind of the things that are over here. So we'll move on to the next place. All right, and now we're in the next place. This is the other half of the basement. We use this typically for our podcast. We haven't done it in a while. This is where we will continue probably to do that. We'll have our table right here, along with a couple benches, and then a nice couple canvas pictures in the back. Those might change, who knows. But this is kind of another studio setup just to make things a little bit more interesting. Instead of seeing the same static shot every single time, you're getting a little bit more interesting dynamic just because of the different backgrounds. Okay, so now we've switched locations, and this is the shot that you guys saw last week when I did my 20 skills in 2020 update. So this is a very new addition to our filming set. So I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes. So let me grab the camera here. All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit about this setup. So like I said, it's brand new. So I'll throw some shots here. So yeah, that's the new setup. I'm really excited about it, and we'll be changing things here and there just to make it a little bit more dynamic. Now moving on, this next piece is really cool. I'm really a fan of this. So I made this closet with Dylan, and basically it has all of our gear minus tripods and hardware that just won't fit into the closet, but all of our cameras, our lighting, sound, anything like that will be in here. So let's go ahead and talk through that just a little bit. All right, so starting off on the top, this is where we have our charging bank and where we keep our cameras. So the charging bank, if you see here, is one of these outlets where we'll be able to plug in all of our camera batteries, our lighting batteries. We have a box for our cables over there. That way when we're not using them, they're over there. It's just an empty shoebox. Then we have a couple boxes here that have our charged batteries and our need charging batteries, just in case there's not enough room to charge them all at the same time. We have basically a queue, which is pretty sweet. And then this empty part of the shelf is where I keep my cameras. You'll see Dylan's camera over there. And yeah, that's where we keep those. Moving on to the next shelf, we've got a couple tabs that carry our lights, audio, and miscellaneous. So obviously the lights and audio is self-explanatory. The miscellaneous, that you'll see a bike helmet in there, and that is for a GoPro so that I can get some bike shots. We've got a couple mini pods where you can hold them like selfie sticks, or you can just set them around. They grip around anything, which is pretty sweet. Got a label maker in there, just a couple miscellaneous things. Moving on, we've got just some extra things. We've got some selfie sticks, we've got some stands, some clips. There is a motion stabilizer over to the right, just a bunch of random stuff. And then finally at the bottom, there's some used speakers, and then all of our bags. They're empty at the moment, but when we need them, we can just grab them. And that's that. So the idea with this was to be able to grab our equipment and go. If we had an idea, just to be able to act on it, just like that. A lot of times, I don't know if you're into photography or just in general, if you have a creative idea in a moment, you need to jump on it. Otherwise, it could just be gone just as quick as it came. So I wanted to come up with something where I don't have to dig for my gear. Remember, like I have some stuff in one area of the house, some stuff in the other area of the house. The only thing that's not up here at the moment is our hardware. Things like our slider, our lighting stands, any type of stand really, unless it's already set up in a permanent based spot. I wanted to make it very accessible, very quick, so that if I was like, oh man, I had this idea, just grab my camera, go. You got my SD cards, all this stuff, I could put it in a bag and just jump and go. So that was the idea there. And it's been working pretty well so far. That way I don't have to spend too much wasted energy on thinking about things like, where is this, or I can't find this, and then by the time I find it, the idea is gone, or I have lost complete motivation to do it. So anyways, that's just a little bit about that. That's a little bit of a studio tour. We'll do a full version if you're interested, and that'll be on a different channel. It'll be on the Millennial View, which is the channel where we do our podcast, and we're gonna be getting back into that. But without further ado, I wanna jump right into the recap of the week and then a special announcement at the end. So check this out. Man, this week has been bonkers. So crazy, dude. I've had so much going on, and like hardly any of it had to do with these habits. This week was probably tougher than last week, and by my results, you'll see that. It's kind of disappointing, but in the same sense, I accomplished a lot on a different front, and that's super exciting. Now it's just a matter of time management and doing that better and more successfully. So with that being said, we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna slide over here and we're gonna pop up the daily skills, and now we're gonna see how we did. So, like last week, lots of opportunities. Again, a big one that I want to really stress this week is reading. I've fallen really behind on the books that I want to read, and there are some other daily habits I want to add to this, so I really need to buckle down on that. Some of those daily habits will include doing the accent and the Hungarian. I'm going to try to do those on a daily basis, just because I found some things that are quick 5 to 15 minute windows, and that seems doable on a daily basis. It's again just a matter of maximizing my time in an efficient manner. So with those opportunities being said, one thing I did do well again was drink water. Communication and with friends and family was pretty on point, as well as social media. Still have some opportunities there, but those were some of the strengths of this week. We always have to look at something that, like, the good of what we did. That way it motivates us to do better for the things that we have opportunities in. So we're gonna move on to the weekly skills. I'll throw that up there. And again, the results. So this one, opportunities as well. We didn't get our weekly upload in. I don't include this video as a weekly upload because I feel like that'd be cheating, because I don't know. I want to do one additional upload to this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I don't count this one, even though you could say I did do technically one upload this past week, which was episode 2, but we're not going to count that. So definitely an opportunity for me moving forward this week is to get another video out there. I missed my drum cover, so that's a huge bummer. I need to get that done. One of the reasons for that is because my snare broke, so I need to get that fixed, and I've been putting that off, which is why you've seen some older videos of me playing live before, I left the church that I was at. But anyways, nonetheless, that's an opportunity for me, for sure. Next up, the workout. That's all I have to say about that. The music, been getting it. That one I actually did 3 times a week this past week, but I still want to strive to do more than that, just because, that's one thing I really love doing. And then finally, the TikTok upload. I missed that this week. I did like 3 last week, so hopefully you'll forgive me. And with the new light that you saw me get, you'll be seeing a lot more of those, just me experimenting with this and all the capabilities of what that will bring to my TikTok game. So pay attention for those, or look out for those, I should say, and we'll be seeing more of those as well. So we're wrapping up right now, and as I mentioned, there was a special announcement, and that is a project that I've been working on that has taken most of my free time this past week. That's why I've fallen short on some of my goals. Not to make it an excuse, it was definitely very intentional where I was putting this time, but it's very exciting. I can't say too much about it because it's the very beginning phase, but it is a production company. My friends and I are starting this production company, mainly right now just photography. Eventually we're gonna broaden that to videography, editing, other things down the road, but right now it's just a photography business. Right now we're looking just for some people that are willing to get their pictures taken for the sake of a portfolio, so that we can build our experience and build our
portfolio on our website. That way, when we do eventually launch this into a business, that there is reputation behind it. So if you're looking to get some free photos taken for modeling purposes, for your Instagram, for headshots, for your LinkedIn, if that's something you're still doing, then definitely reach out. Message in the comments. I want to get linked up with you, especially if you're in this area, so that we can do something like that and build our portfolio. That would be really, really fun. And yeah, I can't really say too much about it right now, just because, like I said, it's at the very beginning. We're just kind of having fun with it. Eventually, we'd love to, you know, turn it into a little bit of a side hustle and make, you know, some money out of it, and who knows what happens from there. But anyways, we're all very excited about it, and moving forward this week, I'm not going to be spending as much time on that, just because at the beginning there was a lot of things that I had to get done. But now that those things are done, I can more evenly distribute my time so that I can focus on getting shots and footage of me doing my habits. I've got this new light set up. I want to make this room look awesome. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this coming week. It's gonna be busy. I'm ready for it though, and I'll catch up with you guys next time on 20 Skills in 2020.